My father. No, let me finish. Let me finish.
Because I'm going to make a point, and you're taking my time. So I will yield to any member who
because I'm offended at your suggestion that somehow, if we've not served in a combat zone, that we don't care about protecting the lives of our constituents.
Has nothing to do about how you
to me.
And for our family members who have lost blood, they should be respected.
Reclaiming my time. So, Mr. Chairman, I'd like 40 seconds.
I've seen my constituents die in battle.
It's Mr. Steube's time. Gentleman is recognized.
And I will ask for 40 additional seconds that I was taken. Okay, so I served in Operation Iraqi Freedom. I served in the Army, and there's a lot of talk in Washington about weapons of war. And my purpose of yielding to one of my colleagues who may have served was to ask them a specific question of what type of firearm were you issued when you were deployed. And the answer to that question is a true what would be defined as a weapon actually used in war, has a selector switch on it for fully automatic, 3-round burst, and semi-automatic. So when I deployed in 2006 in Operation Iraqi Freedom, we were issued M4s in the United States Army. Those M4s had a selector switch on them. Those selector switch allow you to have fully automatic, 3-round burst, or semi-automatic. Those firearms are not allowed for purchase in the United States today. So this cascading of weapons of war, what I was issued, and again, I would ask any person that served in a deployed environment, you are issued weapons that allow for fully automatic and 3-round burst. That is not available for purchase in the United States, and that is not what the Democrats are attempting to ban today, because that's already banned. What we're talking about is a semi-automatic rifle that only is used in a semi-automatic form. So behind me is a typical AR platform weapon. And you can't see it because it's on this side, not the other side, that has a selector switch on it. That selector switch is only for fire or not fire, safe or not safe, and that is for a semi-matic operation of the weapon, which means every time I depress the trigger, a round comes out of the firearm.
Oh, good for Greg Steube. Oh, that was just beautiful. I mean, that was a high caliber takedown right there, because he brought visual aids to make it easy enough for his Democrat colleagues to fully understand. And remember the one guy that was getting so mad that how dare you bring up combat experience? Well, if you've been in combat, which I haven't, if you've been in combat, you're smart enough to know how your weapon functions. Now, this probably would have been 10, 15 years ago, back when the military didn't go full FUBAR. So that military at least knew how to function, and most of the soldiers could. I doubt that we could say the same today. But what Greg Steube does is he brings visual aids for the Democrats so they can properly understand how weapons actually function, because their ideas and proposals are just bereft of the understanding and the ins and outs of how firearms work. And I think that's incredibly sad in this day and age. On one hand, it's noble. It's noble trying to end violence, but it's stupid, absolutely stupid, when you consider that you aren't going to get around the Second Amendment. It's not going to happen. You're actually putting more people in danger because those weapons save more lives than they take. Let's be real here. The amount of people who use those firearms for their own protection is astronomical in the United States, and they don't like talking about that fact. But they will use the scary terms like high caliber and high capacity magazines to trick you, and Greg Steube is out there educating not only his Democrat colleagues, but Americans of all sorts to know the ins and outs of how a firearm functions, and it's absolutely beautiful to see.